Assalamu alaikum. You may be seated, brother and sister. I thank you for your kindness. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, to whom all praise is due, and I forever thank Allah for our leader and teacher, Messenger Elijah Muhammad, my brother,
Yes, sir.
who was chosen by Master Farad Muhammad, God in person,
That's right.
not in some sort of spirit, not in some sort of something that we don't know what it is unless we feel it or see it. He didn't come that way.
That's right.
God is man. So says the Holy Quran, the devil is man.
That's right.
The righteous people is men and woman. The evil people is men and woman. And there's only two that we should know today. To those who don't know themselves, they should know God and the devil.
That's right.
When you learn who God is, you will know who the devil is.
Yes, sir.
And if you learn who the devil is, you will know who God is.
That's right.
So we don't have nothing to hide concerning people, concerning the God, concerning the devil.
That's
We
right.
don't have nothing to hide. And people should realize that there is nothing in this day to hide.
Yes, sir.
The time has come that we should unite ourselves together as black people and be self again, since we have been lost so long from self.
That's right.
Brother and sisters, I'm not going to keep you long. I wasn't intending of saying anything. I could hear him while he was teaching you. So I wasn't intending of saying anything today. So I come down to answer a question that was asked. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I think he just about answered the questions that was asked. I like that. I like for people to ask questions.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, if a preacher or any teacher, the messenger says, cannot stand for people to ask him questions, that's not your teacher.
That's right.
That's no good. He's not a teacher if he can't stand for you to ask him a question. I am very happy to see this number of you here and to know that we have other ones who's out in the streets with our paper
Yes, sir.
too. Well, we're growing a little bit
That's right.
by people coming. And this is the only way out today is here. This is the only way out.
That's right.
So God coming in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, many people was knocked out what he said. They had never heard this kind of teachings before. No one had heard it before. Before 1930, nobody ever heard of our kind that Allah is God unless that he got it in a secret order, and it was given then to him that he should not tell anyone else.
That's
unless that he tell his own brother.
Yes, sir.
Now, if God is a God that's going to keep all of his business a secret, how can you know him?
That's right. Listen.
That's a bad thing for the God to do. He's not a God when he do that. Gods don't do that. God go and he calls a messenger out of every nation. And when he calls that messenger, he gives to him the knowledge that he want him to take back to that nation that he come out from, to teach him. And he be's a man all the time that can speak your language.
That's right.
He never sent a man to a nation of people, and that man, the people that he's going to, that man is one that come right out from that people, and he's able then to speak your language just like I'm standing up here.
Right.
Most people would say he can't talk. He's not supposed to be a man that can use big words. Master Farad told us once in teachers' meeting, he says, big words mean nothing.
That's right. That's right.
It's just to make you to be seen. Here's a poor man sitting on this side of you and another one on this side. You understand what the man is saying, but here one, here don't. So he comes so that both of these men will understand what he's saying.
Right.
If you can speak Arabic, or if you can speak Italian, Polish, if you can speak those three and then speak English, well, whatever the teacher would start talking about, and you can understand it. But look, yeah, I sit over there, I can't speak none of it. That's bad, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
And you coming from God?
Listen.
God don't give you a book with a whole lot of great big words in it. Read the Holy Quran in English and see what small writing in words it has.
Yes, sir.
Anybody can read it. If you got a second or third grade, anybody can do so. Some parts in the Bible might find in the kings of men, name of men that they have in different places that they was at, that you cannot probably pronounce them, but the educated man that knows these things, he can pronounce them. Now when you come down to Jesus talking to his disciples, read all of the red letters in the red letter Bible. You understand me?
Yes,
Those
sir.
are supposed to be Jesus' words, right?
That's right.
Now you go and read it when you get home and see how many big words Jesus used. You won't find them. They was real little small words. Just what we used to say, he didn't use nothing above this and that. That's true. So with the big words, we will say this and that in a big manner. And then the people look at the preacher standing up there. Ooh, he showed it preach. What did he say?
Right. That's right.
Yeah, he preached all right. Nobody know what he said.
That's right.
So let's talk the way that God wants us to talk, right?
Yes, sir.
No, God don't care for all of that. Read Moses' history in the Bible. When God called Moses, says, Moses, I want you to go to Pharaoh. Tell him, let my people go. Moses didn't want to go. He tried to put up a tale, said, I can't speak good enough. They won't understand me. I can't speak plain. That didn't make no difference with God. He knows what he was doing.
Right.
You go ahead on, Moses. You open your mouth, I'll talk through you. You just go. Moses still didn't want to go. He said, well, take your brother Aaron. He said, but you got to go.
That's right.
Aaron
Right.
could do the talking. Aaron was a high educated man. You take it. But you're responsible for whatever happened, Moses.
That's right.
And Moses was an educated man. He got his education under Pharaoh.
That's right.
After the daughter had found Moses in the bulrush. So Moses had no excuse. Now, what about Elijah? Well, he was a little poor boy walking around here with his shirt tail out. Couldn't speak no language. I know that. I know that, I said.
Yes, sir.
He couldn't use nothing above this and that. And people used to be standing in the temple in the back of it and having their ear down. We didn't have nothing like this. Having their ear down, said, what did he say? I can't hear him. So finally he got so he could speak loud enough for everybody to hear him all over the temple. Now you still hear him.
That's right.
He got so he could talk loud enough to be heard all over the earth.
Yes, sir.
And that man is your leader.
That's right.
Nobody else coming to us. Who's going to come to us? Who came in the first place to us? Didn't we have a whole lot of people walking around us that had some knowledge and didn't tell us nothing?
That's right.
God had to come himself.
That's right.
Well, how is it that God came and you saw him and you talked with him? Yeah, I talked with him. Did he tell you he was God? In one instance, he did. And he proved to me that he was God.
Yes, sir.
So we know today that God has visited America because all of this carrying on that we see right now among our people, he told us it was coming to pass.
Yes, sir.
In 1930. He told us, he says, people will be so bad out there in the streets you can't hardly walk. Then he tells us, he said, you're going to have revolutions all over the country. From one city to the other, people's going to be fighting each other. Revolutions will come about. And you won't have nothing to eat if you don't save it.
Yes.
Because you won't be able to get out of your house. And you can't get out of it now at night.
That's right.
For being afraid of somebody, bam. And, that's the truth, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
You see it right among your own people. Well, the devil's doing the same thing, but he don't tell you what his people doing. He keeps that to himself. So I thank Allah for coming in the person of Master Farad Muhammad to warn us of a judgment day.
Yes, sir.
And we living in it. We living in the days of judgment. If these are not judgment days, show me some.
Right.
What Jesus said that when Jerusalem is compassed with armies, you will know that the time is near, right?
Look.
Jerusalem done had armies in there all the while. All the while. When she was first found, she had armies in there. People fighting war. And even at Mecca, the Arabians' heaven, there is fighting was there when it started. And now we're going to go to heaven on flower beds of ease while others fight to win the prize and sail through bloody seas. Is we going to do that? I'm going to answer these questions because I don't want to keep you a long time. I want you to come back next Sunday. Since we don't have meeting through the week, I had been planning on having night meeting on a Wednesday. So, you know, the people are so terrible at night. They'll watch you in the daytime and get you at night. And the preachers ain't doing nothing good for us.
That's right.
Christian preachers. I wouldn't give 2 cents on credit for all of them put in one barrel.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Think about a man preaching to you all of this fantastic stuff that we believe today. Believing we got a soul on the inside of us, and when we die, I'm going to heaven and I'm going to fly. Sit down at the welcome table and drink wine, sop up honey with bread.
Peace.
I got honey at home.
That's right.
The devil's got some wings up there. When I get ready to fly, I go jump in an airplane.
That's right.
Got to go to heaven. Heaven is here. But we haven't got any of it. Like the devil's told the minister Hassan, Lemuel Hassan, that used to be minister down on Linwood Avenue to that temple there. The devil, when he got out of jail, locked him up for nothing, like they do all the other black people mostly. And he said, you call us devils, but we had our heaven. That's right. We had our heaven. Now where's our heaven? We had our hell. Now it's time for us to go to heaven.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Well, where's that heaven at that you want to go to? First, see if that heaven exists. That's the first thing you should know. Does that heaven exist, what you wants to go to, or what people saying they are going to? It doesn't exist.
Right.
We know the universe. We know what's up there, and we know what's down here. As we go around the earth, traveling with the earth at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour, at one time we on this side is dark because the sun, it doesn't move out of its socket. It rotates in its own orbit, standing still. So as we travel, we got to go around the sun because when the planets was created by Allah, then that makes us to have to get on a dark side of our planet, since it is not round like a ball made in an eggshell. Made like an eggshell. Now it's like an eggshell. At first it was round with about 35,000 miles in circumference. Now it's not, because of the blowing away of the moon and put it out in the universe. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm trying to say this as plain and easy as I possibly can, so you will not go away and say, he said this, he said that. Tell it like I tell you, and you will be the winner.
That's right.
Going to heaven. Who is in heaven? We don't know whether the place even exists or not the way that the preacher tell it, but we have found out better since God said so. He told us himself where the heaven was at.
Yes.
The heaven is on earth. The one that they have now according to the human being. Now, Mecca is the Arabs' heaven. Mecca. That's the heaven part of the planet Earth today. The holy city, Mecca. Now, is that your city? Nope. Where is your heaven at? You still barefooted, ain't got no place to walk on that you can call your own. Right?
Right.
I'm saying that's because here is a question. Question number one. Where is heaven going to be at? Where is heaven going to be at? Right here on earth. You make heaven on earth and you make hell on earth.
Right.
You don't go to it, you're already in it.
Yes.
You can be born in a heavenly state if you got plenty of what you need, and you can be born in a hell of a state by not having what you need.
That's right.
Like us.
Yes, sir.
We live in a terrible hell today. Look at this junkyard here, in a way of saying it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing that looks so beautiful like the devils have, unless we go by a devil's church. Right?
That's right.
Our preachers, they goes and they buy a devil's church. If not, he got a lot of members there believing that when they die, they are going to heaven, and he gets enough money to build him a nice building there, right?
Right.
Now here comes a poor man along telling you, saying, that ain't it. This man is telling you, you got to die to go to that heaven, right?
Right. That's right.
Now, if you got to die to go to that heaven, whoever came back from that heaven and told you that they went to that heaven?
Right. That's right.
Nobody have they.
Yes.
Ask somebody to come in here right now and start talking about they've been to that heaven, that they died year before last, or died this morning, or just long as he died. come back and tell you he went to heaven. You wouldn't believe him. Just like we don't believe that a man will come back from a physical death. When we was on St. Edwine in 1940, I believe it was, that year. I don't have my book with me now to tell you exactly when it was. But anyway, we was there, and the messenger had just come from prison. Then after he visited there a couple of times, and one of the brothers there says, could we say that you the man from hell? From the dead. Excuse me, I got hell on my mind too, Can we tell the people that if they come out, they'll see a man that rose from the dead? He said, yeah. Now, we went everywhere around, inviting people to the temple, saying to them to come out Sunday and see the man that rose from the dead. We didn't have as many people to come out and see that man that had rose from the dead as it is brothers on this side. Why they wouldn't come? They didn't believe it, right? Oh, nobody don't rise from the dead. Now he go to church and hear the preacher telling him he gonna rise from the dead and he's going to heaven if he be a good Christian. All of this kind of talk is nonsense.
Right.
No such thing as a heaven anywhere. You got to make that heaven yourself.
Right. Right.
If we unite ourselves together as black people should, we will have a heaven. The messenger told us that. He wrote it in his Muhammad Speaks. He says, build your own heaven. Have your own heaven. When they build a heaven, they build it for their individual self. And we poor people goes and help that leader to build a heaven for himself, while we remain right in hell.
Right.
We don't have nothing. Don't have beans.
Right.
Haven't got a stalk of corn as a nation that we can call our own as a nation. When I said like that, I mean this. You have nothing in. We don't count the backyard where we got some greens and collard greens or whatnot. We don't count that. That ain't nothing there. You don't have a warehouse to put it in if you wanted to save it. What black people has a warehouse in Detroit where you can go to with your goods from the earth, which is farmland, and put it in that warehouse and say, this is ours.
Right.
You don't have that. Then where are you? In hell. This is where Master Farad Muhammad said the wilderness of North America is the hell part of the planet Earth.
Yes, sir.
Well, who ruling in the hell part of the planet Earth? The devil, ain't he?
Right.
That's where he's supposed to be at, in hell, right?
Yes, sir. He's supreme.
Now here we going to go and wants to be with the white folks.
Right.
He don't want you. These people here don't want black people with them. Stay away from them. Come on over here where you need to be. Come to self.
Right.
Learn about self.
Right.
This is a very, thank you, this is a very easy question to answer. Where is heaven going to be? Heaven is in you by uniting yourself together and become a nation of people as we should be. We can go out and buy land somewhere and we can build and make our heaven for ourselves and let nobody be in there but black people. You understand me? No white folks. No devils at all. Because you ain't going to have but a few black ones. You understand me? Because black ones don't believe that. Our poor black people don't believe that the heaven is within yourself to build for self. Buy farmland so that we can feed our people when the snow is falling, when we can't grow nothing, when the rain have washed all of the good away that we have. We still got a warehouse here that can house 30 or 40 million canned goods that can wait until the day of want come in when I can't plant. You got yourself a heaven. You can say straight there, I ain't got to worry. Say, look, we united ourselves together and look, we got a warehouse down there, and when we get ready to plant, we don't ask for a big wage because that we know that the big wages is not for us in this uniting. Why you say that? Did not you make 400 years of slavery in America and fix it so that America could have these things? Why don't you do it for yourself? Sit yourself in heaven at once.
That's right.
You don't have to die to go to heaven. Go out and work. Unite yourself together and pool your pennies together and say right straight to whosoever will that is black. Come on, black brother. Come on, black sister. Let us join together. Look at the church. Big crowds are there today.
Right.
Fooling people, lying to them
Right.
that heaven is up there. And he know good and well he lying.
Yes.
Heaven is here.
That's right.
Have you ever been 36,000 feet up in the air? I've been up there. And I look back down here, I always get me a seat at the window even though I can't jump out to walk.
Right?
But I get me one at the window all the time.
Teach it.
You know where you are at when you were up there?
Teach it.
You in heaven. You are in heaven when you flying up there.
That's right.
When you look up there in the sunshine, that plane, when he climbs up there, you're on the other side of the clouds, he where the sun is shining, right?
Right.
The storms and whatnot is down here.
Yes, sir.
You in heaven.
Teach.
You can sit there and you can order champagne or old granddad. You
Right.
can eat right there. You in heaven. You done paid for it though.
Teach.
After a while, here come a girl by and she'll ask you, Anything else you want?
Right?
What are we looking for? Heaven that we're going to go to, and the sun here is 93 million miles from the surface of this earth, and it's a ball of fire, and it's got tongues of fire licking itself out from the body of this sun as far as 7,000 miles. Tongues of fire. You can't get any closer to it because she's licking it out, you know. It'll come out and go away. Here come another one. That's tongues of fire coming out from the sun. Here come another one licking out. As much as 7,000 miles away, just one of them. Now you are 93 million miles from the sun. What's on the other side? Anybody ever come and told you? No, not until a scientist is born here on the earth. Then he tells you what is on the other side because he becomes an astronaut means.
Right?
And they look for a planet to come about on the other side, but it's rotating around the sun. Sun's not going nowhere. It's still standing there. But you better be careful. Don't you get too close there now.
Right.
That's a ball of fire. The largest thing in the universe. Get close to it, you're in hell.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Brother and sister, that's an easy question to ask. If I don't get nothing here on this earth, I got to be in hell. When I die, that's all she wrote. You don't come back here, and you don't go back there. You don't go nowhere but down 6 feet in the earth, and forget about coming back to see mama. Forget about the children that you left, because the mama and the papa gonna soon forget about you.
Right.
You got dead people in your family, been dead for so many years. You cried when they left, right?
Yes, sir.
After a while, somebody tells you, say, you know what? How's your father and your mother? Huh? How's your father and mother? Oh man, I've been lost my father and mother years ago. Yeah? Yeah. Well, I didn't know it. I know they was good Christians. I know they going to heaven. So what heaven? We all is good Christians if we live here in America. I'm the white folks. He gonna make us be good Christians.
Right.
Give us a job to work 2 or 3 months out of a year, like I used to do it. Then I walk around looking for a job. What did I got? I'm in hell.
Yes, sir.
Got nothing. But we got to go to hell down here, right?
They say.
There's a fella standing down there grinning at you. That's what we was taught. I was taught that, just like you. But when Master Farad Muhammad came to Messenger Elijah and gave him all of this knowledge, said, listen, we've been fooled here. Old Reb, he got up and he didn't know nothing. He got up and he done fooled us here. We going to heaven when we die. God is a spirit, you can't see him. The devil is a spirit, you can't see him. And you know you got some fool Muslim teaching that too.
That's right.
You don't believe me? I'm talking about some fool Muslims
That's right.
teaching just what I'm saying.
Right.
Believing Allah can't be seen.
Right.
That's true.
You got a soul in you that's going to resurrect from the dead when you die. I was reading in the paper the other day, brothers and sisters, that this scientist was talking. He says that there is no such proof in the Bible where that the earth and the people living here has just been here 6,000 years ago, 4,000 BC. He said they got no proof from it. Well, how long has it been here then, you as a scientist? Well, he tests rocks from the moon when the astronauts went up there on the moon. He said, you might have read that. When they went to the moon and come back.
Right.
And the rocks told him that this earth and the moon has been here for trillions and billions of years.
Right. That's right.
The same teaching Master Farad gave us. How old is the earth? What did he say when that question was asked? She's just as old as she is heavy.
Yes, sir.
That's how old earth is. Well, what about these other planets out there? How old is they? We got nothing to do with them out there. Just let them rest. Learn about this one that we're sitting on. Then you'll know about these. That's what the astronaut does. He ain't so handy about wanting to go out there. His position sends them out there.
That's right.
Plenty of them will tell you they don't want to go back out there.
That's right.
Going to heaven. I wish the preacher was sitting in here so that we could have a chat about this heaven business, going to heaven.
Yes, sir.
They won't come, and they don't want their followers to come.
That's right.
Because Islam is facts. That's a long question to make you can see everything like that, you know, when you don't know. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
When you don't know. But I'll tell it to you, as I said again in short words, forget about going to a heaven when you are dead. If you don't make a heaven here now, that's all she wrote. And I can prove it by Quran, I can prove it by Bible, I can prove it by you.
That's right.
I can prove it by any living being that they will not come back to this earth after they are dead.
That's right.
Jesus never told nobody. Read the book. Jesus never told anybody that they was going to heaven. Who did he tell? Peter asked to go with him,
Right.
and he was supposed to be his right-hand buddy, right?
That's right.
And when he saw Jesus boarding the cloud, getting ready to go, which was a big lie, how in the hell can you ride a cloud? Put your foot on one. Go ahead. Put your foot on one. Take your airplane and go on up there where the cloud's at. I've been up there when storm was raging. I didn't want to get out of that plane, though. And I didn't want him in that storm.
Yes, sir.
Because they ain't homesick. I want to come back home.
Yes, sir. Teach.
And that's the same way you will be.
That's right.
Why? What makes you like that? I ain't coming back here. Not after I'm dead. I ain't coming back here. What made you cry when Papa and Mama died? What was it? It was because that you wasn't going to see them anymore.
That's right.
That's what made tears run out of your eyes. Sorrows. If it had been happiness, they would have told you, say, I'll be back. I'll be back. And then tears will come from your eyes, that too. That's happiness. I know you're coming back, but when? I'll be back next year. If what? I'm living.
Right.
All praises is due Allah for coming to a dumb people, teaching us this knowledge because nobody else taught it to us. Question number 2. We're going to let that one be. He answered just about all these questions. Question number 2. What do we have to do in order to go to heaven? Now, you got about 3 questions here, 3 or 4 questions. I'll answer this one quick. What do we, I done answered already, but what can we do, what do we have to do in order to go to heaven? I told you what to do. Pool your monies together, right here.
Right.
Join here if you want to join, and get some more people to come here where we can build a heaven. And have us some big place out there raising cabbages, corn, everything that we eat, broccoli, all of that we'll eat. Cows, sheep, lambs. No pig.
Right.
We don't want him.
That's
Because he's no good to eat. We want life-saving things, like a navy bean.
That's right.
Lifesavers. We build us a warehouse, have it fixed with everything there to keep it cold in this room here, and then we can go to the water, bring out of that world fish, stack it in this place here, and just turn a little button upside the wall there to what degrees we want. Go away and you can keep that a whole year almost. There you got beef, lamb, chicken like that saved there, like the white folks are doing. What better work do you have to do to go to heaven? You have to work. Now, if we didn't have to work, the preacher tells us when he gets to heaven, he's going to put on his golden slippers and sit down and drink wine. He can't get away from it, you know. Just can't stay away from that bottle. Drinking wine and having a good time, eating the breaking of the bread, everything there at the welcome table. You got on your golden slippers. Now just look at this now. He's telling us all of them fantastic lies. Can't we do that right here?
Good.
Plenty of beehives.
Right.
We can get the real McCoy right here.
That's right.
Buy us 2 or 3 cows. Pretty soon we got a whole herd. Chicken, a hen and a rooster. Pretty soon we got plenty of chickens.
That's right.
We got to work for it though. Now don't forget now, we got a job to work on.
That's right.
We got to work for it. Excuse me. Then after we do that, we'll have it. But here what's in the heaven now. This is in the heaven that we're going to, right?
Right.
Now who made those gold slippers? My feet bigger than some of y'all feet. Huh? Who made your long white robe? Somebody had to have a sewing machine up there in
That's
heaven.
right.
You got to have on underwear too. You know, you got to be dressed up if you in heaven. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
If you don't, you in hell, right?
That's right.
That's what you got to do. You got to work to go to heaven. And it's right here on earth. Say we had about 3,000 good men here.
That's right.
And each one would give to the donation $1 a week. Just one. Each one, you got $3,000. And then you pay your expenses, and that's what you got left. Put it to a good saving place. Right? Pretty soon you have your heaven here. That's right. And nobody gonna fight each other about what happened, because everybody's working for this.
Yeah.
And the one that don't do right, put him out
That's right.
and let the church roll on, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's all you have to do, brothers and sisters. Work. And you unite yourself together, and you'll have the best heaven that you have ever seen, and live the life of righteousness. If we had 300 or 400 men in this city, Highland Park, I can guarantee you, and we'll soon own Highland Park. And then we could do what we want with it.
Right.
She already broke. They still ain't working the 4 days a week.
That's right.
Been broke a long time. And look who living in Highland Park. All black peoples almost.
That's right.
Nearly everybody in Highland Park is black. And where are they living at? In hell. Detroit the same way. Chicago the same way. LA is the same way. New York the same way.
Right.
I've been to them places and I looked at the people, how they were living. And it's just like here in Highland Park. I get a letter from some of them telling me how they are living. I got a letter the other day from a brother telling me how he's living. Got no home, nowhere to go. He's in a natural hell. A real hell. A hell in hell.
That's right.
From what that he told me. Wants me to answer him, want me to help him. I don't have anybody to help me. Huh? The best we can do here is to pay our light bill, try to run our school, and try to have the building, that's all. Because we don't have enough people interested, enough to say, let us go over to John and help him. We done helped everybody else.
Right.
Let's help the man now that's telling us that we can live in heaven if we just only come there and do so. Now, let me run on through it. I'm going to answer these quick as possible. How many people going? And is there any white people going with the people that is leaving, and how many. That looked like it's hard for you to answer, don't it? By saying how many people and whatnot, and when they leave. He told you some of that while he was talking. Now, how many people going? And is there any white people going? You know what? I'm not saying this because of the one that asked the question. I'm not saying that to talk against him and asking. He asked to know, or she asked to know. What I'm trying to make you to understand is, why is it that so many of our black people wants to know if white people going to be with them? White people going to be with them. Man asked me one day, he says, I was inviting him to the temple here, he says, did the white people go there? I said, come and see. That's what the book said, didn't it?
Right.
When they opened those 7 seals, every one that he opened, he said, come and see, didn't he? Come and see. Well, would you allow white people here? I don't want them in here.
Right.
No, I don't want them in here. If the others, no, if one run, if one come in here, brother,
That's right. That's right.
he gonna stay out. We don't run because I was reading again one of the writings of the messenger last night after I went to bed there with my light right there by the bed. I didn't do nothing, just flip it off. So he said, we do not want a coward.
Right.
That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote.
Right.
We do not want scared people among us.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Righteous people is not afraid.
That's right.
A coward will get you and myself and everybody in here killed.
That's right.
What is he going to do? He's going to back and he's going to pull you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. No, do like those that was with the band of Gideon.
Yes, sir.
We are not going to stoop down and drink the water. We're going to take our hand and throw it in our mouth so our eyes can be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, teach.
We're going to be on the alert because we know we got enemies around.
That's right.
Yes. That's what they did. They didn't lay down on their belly and drink water like the cow and other animals. Cow and horse, they sucked the water. And they wanted those that drink water like a dog.
That's right.
Dog, he look. You ain't gonna sneak up on him neither.
That's right.
He gonna see you. That's what we want.
Yes, sir.
Men that's fearless, scared of nobody.
That's right.
Regardless to what color he is, don't be afraid of him.
That's right.
Well, let's go a little further. You come back and bring some more with you. I like this. Bring some more. Is there any white people going with the people that is leaving, and how many? Now let me tell you something about this leaving. A lot of people making people think that there's going to be an exodus made and we're going to go way over to this place and we're going to go way to that place. Yeah. You ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You can go there now. Right? We have Christian leaders, Muslim leaders, and all kind of leaders in different religions. They goes all over there.
Right.
You can go there now. Go to your own people if you want to leave here. But why you want to leave here when this is yours too? You have built Penobscot, the Renaissance, and all of these tall buildings, and the Flatiron Building, or whatever they call it in New York, and all around you helped build all of these places here. Now you're going to jump up and go someplace else? Why there has never been a bomb fall in America?
Right.
All of the rest of the countries had bombs falling there, right?
Right.
But it never fell here. It's because you is here. That's why they never had one. Why? Because of you here. Because he said, and the prophets backed God up in it, that he was going to take this country from these dogs.
That's right.
And give it to you.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
That's why he says, don't pray to use Mother's Plane. Mother's Plane can tear up this whole earth and put it out of existence.
Right.
That's what Mother's Plane can do. You heard talk of it.
Listen.
Then why you want to tear it up when God built it for you?
Right.
Keep it. Jesus didn't say it was going to be destroyed. He said to Peter, he said, you can't go with me now, Peter.
Right.
You can't go with me. When he asked him, could he go to heaven with him? You can't go to heaven, Peter, with me. Because he wasn't going. How could he go? Because he ain't going. Jesus ain't in no heaven.
That's right.
Jesus was a black man looking just like us, but he was a Muslim preacher and a prophet in his day. That's what Jesus was. So said this book, and the Holy Quran and the Bible. And his history tells us that he was a prophet, and nothing but a prophet.
Right.
These hog-eating preachers walking around here talking about he was the Son of God. Got us believing we got to be a Christian. Tell him, said, show me, Doc, where did Jesus said that I had to be a Christian to go to heaven. He can't show it to you. It's not written in the James Version. No other version. Tell him to show it to you. Make him bring some proof. Tell him to come here and I'll make him show you something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? I'm not afraid of facing all of them at the same time.
Right.
All the preachers preaching Christian religion.
That's right, brother.
Master Farad Muhammad said it is a dirty religion.
That's right.
That's what he said.
Yes, sir.
And you know at the same time. You know that this devil's Christian religion is a dirty religion. Look what it do to the black Christian.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hang you on a tree in a second. Do we hang any white folks? Search your history of 400 years in America. You can't find where black people's ever hung a white man. Now look for yours. Every state in the union they have hung you.
That's right.
Now we wants to know if any white folks going.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Go where?
Teach. Go ahead, teach.
Yeah, we know where they going, all right.
Yes, sir.
We gonna put they white behind in the air.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sister. Excuse me, but you can tell me more about a white man than I can tell you.
That's right.
I'm telling you, that's fact. Go around white folks, the devil.
Yeah.
Nothing but a dog and a devil.
That's right.
1/4 dog, 3/4 human, as he called it, but he's not a human.
That's right.
Laying in the caves of Europe there, the dog with his wife, and he ain't got sense enough to run the dog away, but made a friend with him.
That's right.
White folks did it. Tell them.
That's right.
Tell them. I put it in my paper
That's right.
about them. We still got some of the paper here. If you haven't seen it, I'll give it to you.
Yes, sir.
Won't have to pay for it. Give it to you. And don't be ashamed and afraid to read it in front of Mr. Bush or all other Bushes. Remember, you is the God of the earth, not them.
That's right.
You made them. You made the white folks.
That's right.
And they can't do nothing but bear witness with you, like they did me.
That's right.
Time I wrote that they come from the monkey, and the monkeys is of them, they put it in their paper that is the truth, in the words of the sense, because they told what they was.
That's right.
Messenger said we didn't have any monkeys before them. People don't want to hear what Master Farad and the messenger say. Tell them, bring everybody you want to bring.
That's right.
You want to bring some of them to prove something other? Tell them, say, well, there's a door open on Hamilton and Moss and Highland Park. If you feel like proving something other, go there and prove it.
Right. That's right. Yes, sir. Go ahead. That's right. Glad to see you.
Fine. Finding us, poor black man has been fooled, and here jumps up old Uncle Tom. He got a Bible on his arm and can't read it.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right.
And the only thing that he's up there for is to drink whiskey.
Right.
Try to find all of the sisters in the town. You got the same thing. You got the same thing among other people right today that says that they are not Christians. Look at the JWs, the Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't even, plenty of them don't even know their founder.
Right.
Don't know a thing about Pastor Russell. And he was not a black man. Judge Rutherford took it up after him, and he was not a black man.
Right.
Both of them was devils.
That's right.
And here our people running around here and standing up, our sisters and brothers, buy this or that. And you offer them one of yours, say, will you read? Ah, no, I don't want yours.
That's what they
No,
say.
I ain't going to read
That's
yours.
right. Talk about it.
Yeah, they told all of us that. No. Jehovah Witnesses tell you that this Bible is not like the one that you got.
That's what they say.
I got every one of their latest books. As fast as they get a book out, I guess it.
Right.
I can't prove you unless I read you. Right?
Right.
Read behind me.
Right.
But I say to you, read behind it. If I'm lying, I'm a billy goat. I sure ain't, Brother Johnny. Long ways from it. White people. People want white people.
Right.
Then white people going anywhere. Going where? What? Look. Let's take a look. Now here you is, hanging on a tree here. In a white civilized government, as they say. They are civilized, right? But look where you at. Civilized people don't do that. Go where? Going to heaven? I pity your case if you go up there. If there's a heaven up there, you go up to that heaven up there and see white folks sitting around there where you look for a rope in a tree.
That's right.
Because it's there. So just come on back down to hell and stay here a little while longer. Don't stay up there. It's not there. No way. Jesus told his disciples concerning the heaven, he said, a bird flies in the midst of heaven. They got wings though. You ain't got no feathers. White people going with the people that is leaving. Who want to take that skunk where you going at? Who want him to be in the heaven with you? No. You go to heaven with me and you go up there together. And if I get up from the table, I'm going back to hell because I can't stay there.
That's right.
White man heaven is a black man hell. So
That's right.
give me a transfer. I'm going where the black folks. Well, that's hate. Hate. Who hate? You hate white folks? Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie about it. And I can prove to the best one that living today that is black and say that they love white folks. Bring him here and I'll prove to you that he don't love white folks.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care who he is. You don't love white folks.
That's right.
It's not in you. I say you are God. You are the gods that the teaching of Master Farad Muhammad taught us. The God is in the black man.
That's right.
You is God. Now if you is God, you hate the devil.
That's right.
Huh? And this man is the devil. So says the Quran. They call him the jinn and Iblis, or Iblis in the Quran, right? That man that wouldn't bow down to Adam. No, why are you going to worship you for when he was made of fire and you was made of black clay, black mud, fashion in shape. God took time to fashion you, make you look good like me, you know, good looking cat. Yeah.
Good. Good, teach the truth.
All of us good looking.
That's right.
I don't see no ugly black people.
That's right. That's right.
I don't see none. The ugliest thing is what they do. See no ugly black folks. And they wouldn't do that if it had not have been for the devil white folks. They are not going with you into the hereafter. They are not going with you. You can forget about it. Master Farad Muhammad said that there would be a few left that we would not destroy, and those few would be those who have submit themselves to Allah and has became Muslim sons. Those are the people of white folks that will be left. He says, now, that is not no sign that these white people is going to live all the time. No. He says we're going to kill them too. We just let them have a little recreation.
Yes, sir.
That's right. We're going to kill all white folks. The Bible says so, said that he was cast into a lake of fire, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
The devil was. Sure. Preacher, you don't know nothing.
Right.
You should just sit down and come here and sit there until I get through with him.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I don't know how many is going of the white people with the people that is leaving. Ain't nobody going no place now. Nobody. I don't know how many that will go, but I do know this. Master Farad said that they are going to destroy all white people and all them that they don't destroy. He says, I will. How you going to do it then, God? The supreme God, how you going to do that? I'm going to cut a shortage in the atmospheres and set the whole atmospheres on fire.
That's right.
You can't do that, Mr. Devil.
That's right.
I made those atoms out there. You don't know nothing about that. All you can do is just little things that you play with around here with your play toys.
Right.
Could any white people be trusted? You cannot trust white people to put something in order with yourself. Where he knows that you are, don't try to trust him. That's why right today, Master Farad said to us, don't you let white people in your temples, because when you know anything, it will be destroyed, regardless of how much that he claimed to be with you. There is more concern that, because the Quran says that they are only, the Jews and the Christians are friends of each other, and they are fighting among themselves. Number 4. Or any other race relative to black people? Yes. That's why we're going to kill the devil, because he has made so many of our peoples relative to him.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're going to get rid of all white folks, stop them from going to our black woman,
That's right.
making you relative. Look at us. Look at us. Look at some of our people at that color. Some say color doesn't mean anything, but I prove that like this. Go bring me a red bird and a black bird. Don't bring nothing but that. And then don't bring no crow, just a black bird. Don't bring a white pigeon, just a black bird and the red bird. And that will show to you what you look for when you went. You went looking for red bird, right? You went looking for black bird. Where did you look at? It was on the outside, wasn't it? And they had that color when you got them. Now put them together. Very soon you got a speck of people, birds. If they will mix. But animals, excepting a dog, do not mix unless you graft them yourself. If so, we'll have dogs being elephant-like. You don't find that, right? They don't mix. You don't find a red ant and a black ant in the same path. If so, there's a big fight. They just, yes sir, I see them too. They don't walk the same tracks. They don't get in the same house. Black ants stay with black ants. That's why the book says, go to the ant and consider her ways, and the proverb, consider her ways and be made wise.
That's right.
Why? Because you don't see no white ants, nothing, red ants and green ants going into neither one's house. They stay in their own field, in their own house. Red ants don't allow black ants in their place.
Right.
But what do? And we are human. We let everything come into our woman.
That's right.
Did you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We stand and look at it. Boy, he got a pretty one, ain't he? Yeah. But that is yours.
That's right.
Don't belong to him. That's the big mistake of the black peoples in America. We want to go out, the men and the women.
That's right.
They want to go out and get something that's way out. Yes, child, I got here a little white man. I got a little Chinese. Little coastal Chinese is a brown people. They have more of you. But since the devil went among them, now the Japanese and the Chinese, they look at you like you. What the devil say, because the devil has went and told them that you was a bobtail bear.
That's right.
Our people don't believe that. Look, when you go to the army, the devil goes in there ahead of you and tells those people who you are. Don't you have nothing to do with this black guy or black woman here, because they is a savage people. And when they get through telling them these things, they believe it. So they make themselves relatives. It is asked in the Bible by one of the, I think it was Jesus said it. He says, can you change the spots of the leopard? Can you change a leopard spot? Can you? That question was never answered by none of them in the Bible. Didn't nobody answer it. Now, can you do so? Yes, you can change the leopard spot. And the leopard is talking about you. He ain't talking about the one down in the forest.
That's right.
Look how spotted up our race of people is here in America. Now, can you change them? Yes. Teach them Islam and keep away from white folks or any other lighter-skinned people that is not of you. And you change the spot. No, white peoples cannot be trusted. That's what we have did, trust too many of them. There are other races that belongs to black people and is a relative to them. That is, you got 4 colors in your nation. You got black, brown, red, and the yellow man. Now the white man is the 5th man of the nation of people. He's a independent color out from solid black. He's an independent color. So now we don't have anybody else that we can relate to, because we will not relate to this white man unless we let him come in and be with our woman and she bring forth devil's children. And that should never happen. He should never touch her. No way. Due to the facts, he should not even look at her, not only touch her. He should not look at her. And the law now in the black people, among the black people, is that Muslim folks, the black woman, a black man, and a white woman, if they touch each other, be seen with them, off go your head.
That's right.
Both of them. Those are facts. Brothers and sisters, these are long questions, and I got to this one as quick as I could, and the time has expired for us. If it had not been for this question, we would have been home. That's right. But I don't want you to go away and say he wouldn't answer my question. Now there's much more can be said about them. I can talk on these for the next month. Just this, what was given to me. I can talk on it for the next month. Bring all black peoples that you have. Try to bring your families first to come to this place here, at Muhammad's Temple #1 in Highland Park, and let them ask questions. They can write it out on a piece of paper, and as I get to them, I will answer every one, because I know what they want to know. I know the questions they want to ask before they ask the question.
That's right.
So I prove that to you by telling you what to teach.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
I told him last night to teach on separation, and the first one, the second was separation, and the other one, what was it? Rejections of self. And that's what our people do, reject themselves so that they can go for integration and not separation.
Yes, sir.
I told them that last night.
That's right.
I gave them the answer to all of your questions last night
That's right.
because I knew what you wanted. Now, if you have questions, because my talk is to a close for the day. If you have questions, write it down, go home and study it, write it down and bring it back next Sunday. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because our time, we don't want to be here a whole long time. You've been here since 1 o'clock and it's going on 5 now. I would have dismissed some of the questions, but I didn't do it. So write your question down and bring them back next Sunday. Leave them with the brother or sister there. Before now, next Saturday, June the 2nd, I think it is, right? We want to have a call meeting for all of the registered Muslims next Saturday. A call meeting at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. next Saturday. This is a special meeting, and I don't want anyone to be absent. I want all of the registered Muslim that belongs to this temple and is registered on this book. Bring all of your people next Sunday. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Did you learn anything from what I said? Good. Now join on to your own kind. You're on the right road, join to your own kind, which meaning reclaim your own Islam. Reclaim it. We need sisters and brothers. Get on to your own kind. You're living in judgment. That's right. You haven't seen the actions of God's works as yet. So I say to you, bring your families first if you can. If you can't, get whosoever will. May Allah bless you and grant to you your wish and give to you a peaceful night's rest and a happy morning's rise. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Thank you, brother and sister. Assalamu alaikum. You may be seated.